God has a plan for each of our lives. Our newest seminarian is just starting his journey in response to God's call. Eric Hasenbein, please tell us your story.
Wonderful. I grew up just a mile down the road, not even. This was my home parish. I've lived there all my life. I went to public school my whole life, Woodland, Thomas Jefferson, Morristown High School. So I have a very similar background with a lot of kids and families here. I did all the sacraments here. I remember CCD classes in this room and being bored and not wanting to go and this and that and going to Sunday Mass and all of that. I grew up with, I'm the youngest, I grew up with an older sister and an older brother with Down syndrome, Kevin, you may have seen him. And then my father and my mother. My father worked for UPS and my mother stayed at home mostly. And I grew up playing mostly football. I was very involved in athletics as a kid. I did some basketball, some baseball when I was younger, but I remember playing varsity football in high school and doing that. I really started taking the faith seriously when I went on the Appalachia trip that Notre Dame hosts. And that's where I found, there are other people my age that take the faith seriously and I'm good friends with them. And what do they have that I was missing at the time when I was a sophomore, junior in high school? So then I came back from that Appalachia. I was involved in Antioch, the youth ministry here, being involved with that, leading retreats and being part of retreats. Then it was time for me to go to college, so I went to Virginia Tech. I studied industrial systems engineering, and there I kept the faith. I kept going to Mass. I got involved with the Catholic campus ministry down at Virginia Tech, and I really grew in community and in prayer and in love with the sacraments. I was really exposed to going to daily Mass, going to adoration every day, frequent confession, the rosary and all of those things, and that's where I really began to hear the call. I was about a freshman, sophomore, and I would just come back and discern and pray, and I decided, I cannot regret not taking this opportunity to go to seminary, even though I have this degree and want to do these great things. So here we are.
What advice would you have for someone that's discerning the priesthood?
I would say Pope St. John Paul II's famous words, "Be not afraid." They're Jesus' words, but he's mainly quoted that. Be not afraid. I would say get close to the sacraments, get close to daily Mass, start praying, and just talk to other people. There are so many distractions in our world, so many ways that the world wants to pull young people discerning their vocation, wanting to be more involved with the faith, wanting to pray more. So many distractions of money, lust, greed, whatever it may be, other things, other friends, other influences, and just stay close to Jesus, because he's the one who's going to fill your heart. He's the one that wants you and is going to fill all your desires, and he's going to give you the most hope and love and joy that you could ever imagine. So just talk to him, get comfortable with Jesus, let him become your friend, and he'll show you that he may be calling you to a great love and life of a religious vocation or a marriage vocation or a single vocation.
How supportive has your family been since you went away to school for engineering and now you've decided that you want to become a priest?
It was certainly a shock to them. They knew I was involved with campus ministry and being part of the faith. And when I came back and said, I'm seriously considering a vocation of the priesthood, they're like, oh, we didn't think you would go this far, which is a challenge because so many family members want to have their child be joyful and to live a fun and full life. And that is possible in the priesthood. That is insanely possible in the priesthood, and you'll come to learn that. So they were struggling a bit, and they still are, as every good parent would be. But thanks be to God that they're supporting me as I enter into seminary this year, as I go forth, and that's all I could be asked for. Asked of them is just be supportive and loving, and I cannot thank them enough.